This is Tony with Southern Style. We're gonna hope that holds together long enough for me to do this. There's my hand. All right, cool. I was gonna do a quick video with my boat here. I'm selling the boat, and you know how it goes when you're selling something. It's like immediately something breaks down every obsession to sell it. I don't know what happened to my phone here. I'm sorry. I got it all messed up. All right, cool. Here we are. I'm about to buy me one of them tripod things. I'm not a professional camera person though. Anyways, there we go. Good enough. Okay, so anyways, I went to start the boat. This is a Ocean Pro 150 horse Evinrude. Johnson Evinrude. I think they're basically the same thing. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know. I'm not a boat guy. I got a buddy of mine that's a boat guy. Lives down in Florida. He works on yachts. I call him every time I need to figure something out on this thing. I really don't know a whole lot about it. I know it's a two-stroke. I've learned more in the past couple of days about it than I've ever known about it the whole time I've had it. I've had this boat for like 12 years. All I know is every year I took it out, I hit the key, it started, and we took it down the lake and enjoyed it. But this year, I went to start it, and this is what I call a Bendix. Anyways, normally on most vehicles or whatever, they're attached to the starter. And when your starter engages, it spins like this, which forces this cog to go up into the flywheel, which is this piece right here. And then it spins, as it catches, it spins that flywheel, makes it run whichever way it goes. If it goes this way, yeah, it goes this way. All right. So anyways, that's how they work. Well, this is a high torque Bendix. I've already got the new one here. I ordered it off Amazon, wrong one. I had to go to boats.com or something. Anyways, this has this little gear here, has to go down in here. And here's a starter. It has its own, see, this is a, oh, come on down off there. Anyway, the starter's got its own little gear on here, which kicks into this gear, which this sets on like this. And so it's gear reduction, I guess you'd say. So it has enough power to start it. And what it did is, I don't know who the genius was. I'm sure he was a genius, or smarter than me. We'll show what it done. It would take and go up, and so it's spin up, right? And this is like I'm gonna say it's a rubber bushing in there, rubber bushing. But if you see, I can spin this on the outside of it. See that? Isn't that crazy? It just spins right, just like it's not even. One side will spin while the other side stays stationary. No bueno. That doesn't work. So, knowing that, I kind of had an idea what was wrong with it. If when it spins up, this slips. Well, it doesn't have enough power to turn the motor over. When it first did it, this wouldn't even. When it was spinning, but it was like stuck. I guess where it sets all the time, and this wouldn't spin up. Okay. Well, like a moron, somebody that don't know any better, I took some WD-40, and you could get this case open just a little bit. Stuck a straw in there and just drowned it. Thinking, well, that'll make it spin up, right? Well, obviously it does, because now it spins really free. But I guess it got in there. I'm assuming the penetrating oil did. And it made it slip, because then it started making a different sound. And when I opened it and looked at it, I could just get in there and see. I could see this shaking a little bit, like it was trying to do something. But it was staying still, and that's why I was like, oh, that cog, or that gear, whatever you want to call it, is slipping on that shaft. So, that's how I diagnosed it. I tried to video it, my phone went dead, all kinds of stuff. But here I am. All right, I got the new pieces. And this bushing down in here, it looks great down in here. But, being the smart guy that I am, which is not very, I'm going to try to, I think I saw my grease gun set right here somewhere. And so I'll probably take you with me real quick, set you back up. We're going to try to put this together tonight. At least get most of it back together, because I'm going to show you a piece in a minute that when I went to take it apart, the only reason why I didn't want to fool with it to begin with was that piece broke off, So anyways, that's the big blue lunchbox right there. But I thought I saw, there it is, my grease gun. But anyways, with that lubricant, I think they want you to use like dry lubricant or something on that. I don't know. I just know that what I used was too much lubricant, I guess you'd say. So I'm going to try to just use a little bit of grease, and hopefully just that'll be enough to make it work. Get you back up where you can see it, or at least where I think I can show you what I'm doing. Yeah. Who needs a tripod when you got a clamp, right? So anyways, I was going to take a little bit of this. I'm just going to put a little dab down in this little pocket here. All right, for that to sit on. And I'll put a little dab, just a touch of it on there. I don't think it needs a whole lot, but you don't want it to sit here and ride dry. At least I don't think you do. And that should be enough. Because see, this just sits on there and rides. I'll assume you want just a little bit on here, because it just sits right on this spot down here. And there's just like there's a little hole in here that this shaft sits down on, and I already dropped a piece. Good, eh? I am going to put a little bit of lubricant, put a little bit of this on here, and just because honestly, I feel like it has to have something on it, so don't do this again. Let's get inside that gear. There we go. That makes me feel better. Maybe put a little bit up here on top. Not much, somebody's probably if somebody watches this, if they ever do watch any of my videos, there's probably somebody ever like, oh, don't ever do that. At least I know that shaft's gonna be lubricated. We ain't lubricating inside of there. So this goes down in here, kind of wiggle and jiggle, make your mind complete, something like that. All right, so then it just sits like that. All right, so I dropped this little piece here that came on it. Now, it didn't have this on mine. I'm going to put my piece back together, hopefully. Mine it did. Mine was brass. And it had like this, I want to say. I don't know. Maybe. Huh. How did that go together? Well, okay. Surely it didn't sit like that, did it? I guess it could. I'm going to say this sit up here like this. Okay. I'm going to use that one that came with it. Because it came with it. And I've always been a believer that something, you buy a new part, gave you that for a reason, right? So I'll put a little bit of this on here. Okay, and I'll stick this down here. That's how it came. And then mine had this on it. So I'll put a little bit of this on this part, slide it over it. Pretty sure that's how it was sitting. I don't know. And now, this top piece right here has a bushing. It's a brass bushing. Put a little bit of goop in that. Not much. Just a little. We don't want to make it too tight, but we want to lube it up. It's the only chance you get. I almost bought Vaseline for this. I thought, man, that'd probably work really well, but I didn't. Because I already had this. You know how it goes. You already got something. Why change it, right? So, got that much done. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and jog my memory and try to go ahead and get the starter in here. I know how it goes. It's been a minute. Might as well jiggle it around. Once I put the starter in and get the bolts on it, I'll bring in here and I'll show you what it looks like in there before I close it up here. I think, yeah, I had a black one in here. I think I had these two wires on here. I definitely should have paid more attention. Honestly, I thought that I would take this thing apart and within a day or so, I'd have it back together. And because I thought, well, this won't be hard to find these parts, you know. And I'll just knock it out. But it's been aggravating to say the least. And I didn't write where anything went down, even though I should have. hope it can go over here. Oh, they came out from the top in there. Yeah. Now, I'm putting stuff back together. The bad thing about this is I packed, well, I've done other stuff since this. So I packed off my bolts or my sockets and stuff. So I'll have to go hunt those down because I've already started on other projects. I'm that guy. Like I said in other videos, I got like 6 tools. So they gotta go everywhere with me. So hopefully I've got a socket in here and a ratchet. Maybe that's what size it was. No, I didn't think it was. That's a 9/16. Thought it looked like a 13 or a ½ inch. Let's see here. It's a 12, and I don't have it. So okay. Well, let's go for a walk again. So I know where my 10mm is. So I know where that's at. It's underneath the big blue lunchbox over there. Because I was using it to take pieces off of it. And I think I remember where my ½ inch is. I think it's over here in my pile of tools. Okay, don't need that. Put that up here. Let's see here. There's a 7/16. Seemed like I had that over there. And there's a 13. Oh, I had that over there. I'm getting there. Don't get in a hurry. Get in a hurry, do things wrong. There's that. It seems like my ½ inch was like a goofy looking one, like an old, there it is. See that right there? I think it's a ½ inch. All right, let's take this and this and these. For some reason, I think I had all these over there. I may not have, but I think I did. Yeah, I put this thing online for sale, and I've got like, I bet there's 100 people looking at this boat, or trying to message me. I don't know if they're looking at it. And then I had a guy come up here and look at it, and he was like, "Do you know what kind of boat you have?" And I was like, "Yeah, the one that you put gas in, and you take out on the lake and you enjoy your time on the water, right?" And he was like, "No, it's very rare. It's a beluga, some kind of boat. It's you don't hardly find with the fishing set up." And I don't have the time with this a bit. All right, and I was like, "Well, since it's that rare, it should be worth more money, right?" No, I didn't say that. My wife did. She was like, "Well, tell him it must be that good. It must be worth more." But no, I didn't do that. Look at that. Like I knew what I was doing. Not really. But he was like, he fishes, and he was looking for a boat that's, like this one. It's larger. He said fishing out of a fishing boat. And they're odd when they're not flats. You go down, there's a lot of steps in them. He wanted something that once you're on there, it's flat. And these deck boats, that's the way they are. They're flat all the way across. Like a pontoon, but better. That's what I tell everybody. And they ask me what it's like. I said, well, it's kind of like he was in a pontoon, but the pontoon was made better. That's what a hurricane deck boat's like. All right, snug that one down. I don't want to get too excited with them. What if I take it back apart, right? If I do, I'm just going to sell it the way it is. Snug that one down. And then there's this one here on the side now. It holds 3 boats. Hold that starter in. I know I don't have a good battery on it, but that's something else I'll deal with later too. But anyways, let me see if I can get this one. The last guy, the guy that came looked at it, he didn't really care for a good battery. I don't think he was. Honestly, I don't think he cared if it had a good motor on it. He had a big motor he was wanting to put on it. I said, well, I don't know if I'd do all that, but he was pretty sold on the idea. Okay, so now I think this one up here. I think this is a 10mm here. So that means I gotta go over and get it, because I think all of these on top are 10mm too, which is basically a 3/8. Yeah, I think that's the way this went. Let's see. Sure. Could have been. Can't say it for definite, but I think it's how it went. No. I think this goes over here. Yeah, that goes over there. So we'll just, for right now, leave that loose. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. I think this one and that one goes there. Same thing. All right, so now that part's in. This is installed. I'm gonna show it to you real quick because it's pretty cool. What I was talking about, that high output thing. Bring you in here where you can see it. See, that's the top of the starter. It runs into that gear, runs into that gear. When this spins, it'll spin up. When it spins up. And then this will shoot in there. You can see it'll shoot right into those gears, and voila, start your engines. So, well, I got you down here. Might as well walk with me. I gotta have it 10 millimeter. Let's see here. I know it's under here. There it is right there. Let's see if I can reach it. That's my 10 millimeter right there. Everybody loses that 10 millimeter. All right, now that I've got that, I will proceed to try to put this thing back together. Okay, see if I can get you back up here on that clamp. Maybe I can, maybe I can't, you know. All right. Okay. Well, we're to there. This is hard to put back together. This kind of came up funny. Whoa. Well, hold your mouth right. Okay. This piece here is real hard to put back together from top. I hope you get a video of that. But this thing here is, you know, it's not horrible, but this cover, it goes in, and this goes down under that thing. Me and my father had a time getting it off the other night. He was over here with me because, like I said, I broke a piece trying to get this apart. And when I broke it, the piece that I broke was, well, it's crucial. And I had to order that piece, and I've ordered it. And I ordered it, actually I ordered all this. I ordered that piece once, and I ordered this other piece once, and it's just been, you know, actually it was a nightmare, to be honest with you, ordering those parts, because I ordered them, and then one of them came in, you know, I waited like 5 or 6 days, I paid extra to get it in, and then when it showed up, it was wrong. And it's, you know, it's partially my fault, because I didn't know what I was ordering, but I called around here, and where I live, I called around trying to find the part, and a guy told me you couldn't get that little Bendix there that I put in without buying this whole plastic cover right here. You had to buy all this. It was like $300 for that. And but I called Alabama because, like I said, I got a friend of mine lives in like Orange Beach area that works on yachts, and he was like, "I'm gonna give you somebody to talk to." So I called them, and they looked it up, and they gave me a part number. And real nice people down there that work on them. I don't know what place it was, but really super nice people. That lady was like, "I'll tell you what part number it is." She said, "I can't ship it to you, but I'll be more than happy to tell you what your part is, you know, what you're looking for." So she did, and I took and ordered off of boats.net or something. And so, you know, I'm tickled to death. I ordered, there's a wheel up here that broke off that sits down over this. When I grabbed it, snapped off of my hand. It's part of the timing system. It's called a timing wheel, and I ordered it off of the Jungle website, obviously, and it hasn't came in. Right now it's saying it's scheduled to give me my money back Monday if it doesn't come in. So obviously it's probably not coming in. It was $100 and some off that website. At boats.net have them on sale right now for like $80. So yeah, on one hand I hope it doesn't come in. The other one I'm like, I really need it because I'm trying to sell the boat. That's the way it goes with stuff like this. You know, I bought this boat 12 years ago. I've taken it out. Well, my kids lived on this boat in the summertime, and we run this boat forever. Never had an issue out of it. First time, I said, you know what, me and my wife said, we'll sell it. And I mean, it hadn't acted up at all. And I took it and went to start it, which now I haven't started but once a year in the past 2 years. It just sits in my garage all the time. And so anyways, I took and went to start it. Sure enough, this Bendix wasn't working right. And I'm sure it's just from sitting. I've got a motorcycle over there that I don't start. And battery's been replaced, and it needs another battery because it, it's dead. Won't charge. Battery 2 years old. But that's what happens. Stuff sits. I got all kinds of stuff like this. It's just like, man, if I just could make it to where I could get it in there, and but stuff sits around. Can't let your stuff sit like that. You end up working on it, fixing stuff that if you just run it every once in a while and took it out, wouldn't have a problem with. But where we didn't, and that's what happened here. I think we just let her sit too long. Now these things over here, I know my father-in-law was the one that done most of the taking apart over here. I hope I get them lined back up, because it's one of them deals where, it's not a make it or break it or nothing, but I'm sure it has to have stuff in a certain spot. I don't think I'm missing, but I sure feel like I am. Let's see, there's one of those right here. Look, see, there's more of these bolts. They're all identical. Sitting over here. Oh, probably. If it ain't over here, it wasn't on there. Like this. Is that one? I'm missing one, looks like. Ain't that with me? Well, I know it's here. There's that bolt. This is over here. Oh, there it is. I knew I'd have had it somewhere. Summers. Alright, I found them all. Phew, that was a scary moment right there. Probably scary looking at my eyeball, showing my face over there. It's about the same. Alright. Now when I put them on, I'm not torquing this thing back down. I'm just going to go around, make sure they're snug. I guess I could look up the exact torque on it. I've got a little tiny torque wrench for stuff like this. It's like in inch pounds or Newton meters or something like that. I only got it because I use it on the motorcycle, and I use it on my oil filter of all things on my Jeep. Who knew that you had to torque that oil filter on a Jeep or it would leak? That's what I've always said. If you own a Jeep or you own a Harley, well, you must be a baller, because you freaking spend more money just trying to keep them from leaking oil and breaking down than any other vehicle on the road. That's just a joke. Alright, so I know this sits like this on here. It sits right in this little thing like that. And this goes, these go over here. I'll put these on next. This is all part of the same pieces of it. Alright. That was good. Did you hear me lose that? It was nice, wasn't it? So I know this one goes, looks like there's no differences. So looks like it goes like this. And then this one here, because I've left the thing in there, it goes like this. And these just hold this thing in where it can't come out. I just dropped one of those screws on the floor too. which is all right. I know I can find it. Anybody can. What had a washer on it? No. We'll set this back over here. I heard it go ching ching and it'll spin off somewhere. So you open that down in a minute, I'm sure. Spend 20 minutes looking for that and here a few minutes. And he just snug down. All right, so now this went down. I know it is. Like that. It fits right on that little spot right there. All right, so that stays right there. And then this other piece, I'm pretty sure it went on here like this. And it's like that. Okay. Yeah, just like that. So it clicks back in the spot here, like that, like that. That looks right to me. Looks pretty right. I don't know what this actually does, but it does something. Oh, that's where that went. There's a big washer spot right there. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I know that goes there. It's probably got something to do with idle or something. Something important. So next, these are like clips that go in. And I think they're identical. You know, I think if one goes one way, one goes the other. They just clip in like that. And then this one here clips in. And then they both have just some average little screws that hold them in place. And I'll just use whatever screws I got when I get to the end. Because these are all identical. I'll just find the ones that came out of it. So, are you able to see what I'm doing? Yeah, I think you can. I hope you can. Either that or I'm just talking to myself for no reason, which I do a lot of that anyways. And that's my kids. So, this goes like this. That's something to do with the shifter and the throttle. Like going gear, I don't know, something to do with that. That's what them are. Don't know. I'm not a boat mechanic. I'm a guy in it that's trying to fix what he can, but I'm sure when I'm done with it, I'll have to have a little tweaking. You know, that's okay. I can handle that. Okay, so I know that this washer has like a memory of where it's set, so I'm going to try to put this back where that washer's covered its original spot there. You know, like if you put it in here and you went like this, then I can see where the washer's not supposed to be. So what I'm going to do is move it until that washer covers, and then I'm just going to tighten this down. Because I would think that would be a smart move, is to put it, that would basically preload it back to wherever it was. You know, so that's all back together. Ta-da's, right? This is back together, this is back together, okay? So the next thing is, there's a whole big piece that sits over here, but the piece that broke is this one. This little piece right here. And this is your timing thing, and it sits up here, and it spins around, and it's got these little cutouts. And I'm assuming this is electronic ignition. So as it spins around, it just, And that's what makes, you know, it's a 6-cylinder, that's what's making all the cylinders fire. So that has to have something to do with it. And like bread will just snap right off. So, you know, it's one of them deals where that's got to go back on there. This came off of here, and it came off, where did it come off at? I want to say it was hooked in right here. That sounds right. Looks right. Let me see here. I could have swore it was just hanging off of that. It's like a spring to keep the timing the timing, like a timing retarding thing or something maybe. But I could have swore it was through this little hole right here, and it was over here, like this. I think that's where it was, if I'm not mistaken. It was sitting like this, and that was like, nope, that's not how it was. That's upside down. And how I can tell is that it has a lot of binding in it. We don't want binding. So I had to be going to the top. I don't even know what it does. I just remember it was on something. And this looks like the spot it was on. And I can go back to my old video from taking it apart and see it, so, and I may. Ain't that a whipping. Well, heck fire. Save some matches, right? This is gonna be fun to get in here. I really thought this would be the easiest thing I did all night. Putting this piece on. Gotta laugh. Don't make me cry. Well, LIB. Let's do it the easy way. These will come right back out. Not hurt anybody. Maybe this will raise up enough where I can get in there. No, let's just make it easier. Take it all out. Take it all the way back apart, Tony. What do you think? Okay. I'm pretty for certain it went through like this. I guess the power went out. Or my wife just shut the light off on me. She's probably in there doing something. Shut the light off on me. We've had some pretty good storms here recently today. Had tornado warnings and all kinds of stuff today. No, I don't know. Sounds like she's in the laundry room. That's where my light switch is. Well, one of them for out here, anyways. All right. Now, when my other part comes in, I'll do a video of finishing putting this together. And I probably should be able to actually turn this thing over tonight if I wanted to. I guess I could, you know, show y'all that. You know, see the starter actually working. I'll see, put it up a little higher, and it gave it a little more of that. I think it's gonna be perfect. I don't really know. I think it's where it went. We'll find out, won't we? But it looks good. Looks like everything's together. But I should be able to just take it and put the grounds back on it. Probably put the terminals back on the battery. I may be able to turn it over and hear that bending spin. So let's try it. Let's put the grounds back on it and see. All right. Got that much done, right? Okay, got that. Let's go to. Oh, we gotta remember that one too. Oh, I'm telling you. This is part of the timing. It goes right here. I remember it coming off there. I don't know what it's for. It's just there. Something to do with the timing. Alright. every piece that I can think of, other than the one, the bolt that holds the flywheel on, or the timing wheel. I got that with the washer. I've got a couple of these that are not, that are threaded different. Oh, what those are for? Didn't pay attention right there. I should have. I will know it eventually. There's some of those. Oh, they go right. I bet they go on the top of this. We'll find out. There's this. There's this. There's a piece of something. Was it blue Loctite? I thought, was there a blue Loctite on it? Let's go look to the other side, see if there's something missing over here. Needs a screw in it. No? It don't look like there is. Everything looks solid in here. It looks good enough. I wonder if I put the, let me put my little fake stair over here, see if I've got the battery hooked up. If I do, I'll turn it over, see if it kicks that Bendix in. Nope. I did think I had it hooked up. That's almost too hard for me to reach. I have to get inside the boat to do that. I'll just bring you along. How's that? Alright, so now you see I've got it all back together. Everything's back where it goes, as far as I can tell. Looks right. And then I'm going to go over here. I've got to find that one screw somewhere. I'll find it later. Alright, so we'll get up on the boat here and hook this up and see if it'll start. This is the hard part. It's aggravating to get up on this boat with it. I ain't got no stairs or nothing. So, very, very hard. Oh. I'll bring you in here real quick. We are all over the place, aren't we? See? There's the engine from back here. So, let me move this chair. It's not hooked up anymore. It's just there for looks anyways. It's not gonna hurt anything sitting there. On a boat you got a million different things to hook up. But here, I'll show you hooking them up real quick. Yeah, that guy come up here and he was like, I'm gonna give you a check. And I said, no. I've got somebody wanting this boat other than you. And I can't let you take it and them not, you know. I know he was the first person to show up, but it's not about the first person who showed up. Because I told the other person not to show up because I was waiting on his parts to come in. I told him, I said, it's not about that. I said, I just can't do it to people. A lot of people out there, you know, my father-in-law told me, he said, see, all right, let me show you real quick. Plugged up, boat's motor is hooked up. Let's see if it has enough juice to spin it over, or at least engage it, right? Nothing. That's bad. Not really. I didn't think the battery's any good. I heard it arc or something. Or do something. I got an extra battery just sitting up here. I assume this is negative. Make sure I didn't leave anything off. Don't look like it. Okay. Blue goes to the positive because I've got a weird set of jumper cables. All right, let's see if it'll turn over now. See if we got enough juice to even turn. Okay, well, it's spinning a bit. It's not engaging, but it doesn't sound like it's got enough power to spin it all the way up. So, back to square one. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it.